Let us edit this full portrait from beginning to end right inside Photoshop. Follow me through. Now, this portrait was snapped by Elvis Traficante. I'm going to tag him in the description. You can check him out. And the first thing to do is actually to crop the picture by pressing C. Or come to this icon here and click on crop to. Then let's do Instagram size 4x5. So I'll zoom it in, that's too much. Then I'm going to drag it to the center. Now you want to like be sure that your subject is in the center while you're cropping it. Okay, this way works. All right, then I'm going to hit if there are spaces outside that you want to fill, you can just click on generative expand or content aware, but there are no spaces, so I'm just going to click on transparent defaults and then click on OK. All right, now that has been done. The next thing is to remove the first thing. No, actually, okay, let me say the second thing. Remove the hair strands and fix part of the hair. So I'm going to zoom it in, and then all these hair strands here, let's see how we can deal with them. I'll pick my clone stamp tool right here. Then I'm going to sample anywhere close, and I'm going to like brush on these edges. All right, after doing that, I'm going to pick my content aware tool right here, patch tool. Pardon me, I'm going to pick my patch tool. Then this lines outside of the like where I actually clean the hair, those lines that are left, I'm just going to like circle on it and remove it. All right, circle on it and remove it, and then just going to do that. All right, and that's it. Now the next thing I'll do is to fix this hair on the skin and other places, and then again we can actually work on this frontal as well, but we'll do that using the mixer brush tool inside frequency separation. All right, so while I'm removing the hair, I'm going to be removing the blemish as well. So to do that, I'll pick my spot healing tool right here. So I'm just going to like brush paint on places that are hair. Just going to like paint on it. All right, now that the blemish has been fixed, the next thing I want to do now is frequency separation. Now there are several methods to frequency separation. You can use media, Gaussian blur, and probably many types of frequency separation actions, and you can do it manually. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I will use my frequency separation right here. If you check the link in the description, you should be able to download these actions. Every action I use there, you'll be able to download it. You can use Touch Academy or use this frequency separation action I'm about to use. So I will click on this media effects by quickly capture, and I'm going to play it. All right, now he's asking me for the radius, and I'm just going to pick radius that is let me see 7. I think 7 works because at 7 I didn't see the texture again, so I'll click on OK. All right, then I'll open the frequency separation action. I'll go to skin tone correction. The first thing is I want to paint on the areas of our skin that are dark, not so, just to like balance the skin tone. All right, so I'll pick my brush, opacity 100, flow let's say 3, and I'm just going to zoom in. I'll sample somewhere around here, and all these dark sides I'm just going to like paint on it. On her neck that's a bit dark, just going to paint on that side. All right, Now come to our hand right here. Now I don't want to like do too much, okay? Just some dark knuckles, very few of it, some dark areas. Alright, so the next thing I want to do right now is to make the skin. Now to do that, I'm going to be using the mixer brush too. Alright, now I'm going to create another empty layer, which of course I'm going to use to do that. And to do that, I will come here like this to this icon right here and click on it. It's going to create another layer. So I'm going to rename it to mixer brush and click enter. Then what I'll do is come here and pick my mixer brush and I'm going to zoom it in. Okay, remember that sample layer must be turned on right here. Then you have the high frequency layer. Okay, then I'm going to mix the skin. What you want to do while mixing the skin, you can copy my mixer brush settings. Depending on how long you've been retouching, you might want to like reduce these settings to be very low. The flow should be very low if you're like not so much of a pro when it comes to mixer brush. However, you retouch every day like me, you can always make it 100 and do your job. All right. Just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and fuck all the doubters, they're just fucking downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. Alright, I'm done mixing the skin, so I'm going to turn on this high frequency, and then that is the skin. Let us see the before. That's the before, and here is the after. As you can see, the skin is looking really nice, far better than what we had before. So the next thing I'll do is I'll come to this high frequency, I'll pick chrome stamp tool. Then I'm going to fix these edges of the hair. I'll sample somewhere close here and I'm just going to fix it like this. Okay, come to this side. Oh, that was bad. I'm trying to remove all the hair strands that is left. Alright, so now that has been fixed. Let us see the before and then the after. Alright, so the next thing is to fix the eye and probably the lips and just the makeup. So I'm going to close this frequency separation. Then also in the action there is white eye and teeth. I'm going to play the action. So with that, I'll pick my brush, normal brush this time, not mixer brush. Opacity 100, flow 100, and I'll zoom it in, and I'm going to brush on the eyes just to brighten it. Okay. Then I'll reduce the opacity because of course that is too much, right? So I think the lips is popping already, so I'm just going to leave it like that. All right, now as you can see, the entire picture is looking good, but then we want to color grade the skin. All right, and then I think I should use gradient map. That will actually go well in grading the skin. I can use gradient map, I can use other colors, but let me use gradient map. To do that, If it doesn't work, I'll use another method, but let's try that first. I'm going to come here. I'm going to go to gradient map. All right, now ignore that. Let me go to orange, and then let me pick on this. All right. Oh, should I use legacy? Legacy, photographic toning, and let's use this. Okay, I think I'm going to use this. Now, if you cannot find photographic toning or legacy, you come here and you make sure you click on properties. No, layers. Just make sure your layers and your properties here are actually checked, right? Make sure they are checked. All right, then what I'll do next is this layer of gradient map. I'm going to turn it from blending mode. You change the blending mode from normal to color. I can do color and I can do soft light, but let's go for soft light. Then I'll reduce the opacity. All right, here is the before and here is the after. Now I'm not sure I want to leave this picture like this. I want to just apply it on the skin, before and after. So what I'll do is I'll convert it to layer mask by creating control or command I. Then I'm going to select the skin. Now how do I select the skin? You can manually just paint on the skin, but if you are using the official Photoshop and you're using Photoshop Beta, you can always come to object selection right here. Pardon me please, no object selection. This particular polygonal lasso tool and the magnetic lasso tool, when you click on it, let's click on the lasso tool. If you look at it very well, you are going to see that normally there should be option right here to actually select the skin, but it's not there. But let's try the second one. Let me click on this object selection tool. Now if you click on that object selection tool, you will see that it start loading. And what it's going to do is Photoshop will try to dictate the person is the subject inside the picture, of course human. All right, then it allows me to select various parts of our body. All right, and what I want to do right here is just select our skin, and then I want to distinguish our skin. I want to remove our eyes and our arm. So let me just click where I'm going to select. I'm going to select our nose, of course, mouth, no, facial skin, yes, upper body skin, yes, arm, yes, and yes. Those are where I want to color grade, just on the skin. Then I'll click on apply. So what you do is you just place selection on the place I toggle. All right, now you can use that method to also play around when you're color grading all part of the body. You can select the hair, select the clothes, and it pretty much like do a good job when it comes to selecting it. Okay, you might want to wait for it to load because it could take time depending on the speed of your laptop, but I bet you it doesn't use the internet. It doesn't use internet. Okay, as you can see, it has select the skin tone, or just the skin. This is actually a wonderful development from Adobe, and I'll pick my brush, opacity 100, flow 100, and then I will paint on the skin. Okay, instead of having to do it manually, like one after the other, this just actually helps you. So what I'll do is I'll remove the selection, control command D, and I'm going to use my hash button slash, pardon me, so to look at where the selection is not perfect, and I think it's perfect here. I think that's it. So I'm going to like clean it off this jewelry. I'll pick my eraser and I'll clean it off this jewelry because I don't want the skin tone colors I did to affect the jewelry. Okay, yeah, so here is the before and here is the after. As you can see, it's too much. It's still, to me, it's still too much. Now you can play around with this blending mode. You can take it to color. This color is not giving, what I want. So I'm just going to put it on. Let's see overlay. Soft light. All right, so we can reduce the opacity further. All right, here is the before and here is the after. Before and after. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is to like color grade the picture generally, like generality. So To do that, I'm going to go to levels, and I'll come to this default. Let me go to contrast 1. Okay, I think that's good, but I want to brighten it a bit from the levels. So yeah, so I think that works. Let us see the before and of course the after. As you can see, the contrast is meh. So the next thing is I want to give it some cinematic look, and to do that I'll come to selective color and I'll go to black. All right, then let me add a little cyan to the black. Let's do 5. And I'll go to white also, and I'll add cyan to the white. Okay, here's the before and here is the after. Okay, it just gives some cyan to the white. All right, so after doing that, I'll sharpen my picture and I think I'm done. All right, now you can do more other things you like to the picture. We can liquify it. Let me merge. Shift Control Alt E or Shift Control Option E for Mac, and I'll go to filter liquify. Now the what I want to do in liquify is just to balance this air and our wastes. All right, so to me it's actually looking good already, but it can be better. All right, so I'm just going to like adjust it in and in. Okay, and this part I'll just push it in a bit. Let me just drag this place in a little. All right, so let me adjust this waist a little. Ah, my system is really lagging. All right, so I think I'm fine with this. Let us see the before and the after. So I'll hit enter, and then you can further apply other things you like to the picture, but for me I think I'm actually okay with it this way. All right, so thank you guys for joining me on this tutorial. Like I said earlier, if you check the link in the description, you will be able to download this picture, and of course all the actions I use, the procedure, everything is there. No hidden technique, everything is just plain. All right, so thank you so much. Remember to subscribe for more great videos that is coming on this channel, and I bet you'll be disappointed. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.